You've been told to stay positive. It's kind of a part of the journey of spirituality, of awakening, of even discovering or being in alignment or anew due to maybe religion or a philosophical belief. But I want you to understand that many times staying positive is a habit that may be actually causing you time. It may be causing you money, clarity, even control over your results. And so, what I want to share with you is a deeper understanding as to being positive and what it really means. Because we tend to think about positivity and we tend to think that it just simply means smiling, while within you, you are frowning, right? While within you, you are feeling perhaps depressed, angry, frustrated. And it's important, it's imperative that you understand that forcing positivity will actually slow your progress. And it does that because you are essentially avoiding what needs to be understood. Positivity, negativity, these are very, very important aspects of your experience. They are not only isolated to the experience of what you're feeling, but they are indicators of the experiences that you're having in life. Yeah, sometimes you may just feel positive just to feel positive. Sometimes you may feel negative, sad, just to feel negative or sad without any kind of reason, right? That's just part of the human condition. But most times you feel positive, happy, excited. Sometimes you feel negative, frustrated, angry, depressed, sad, because there's a reason behind it. In other words, they are indicators, right? They are signs of alignment, what's going on within you, what's going on around you, right? So it's a matter of understanding positivity, negativity, rather than simply forcing it. Because though there is an element of deciding to be happy that can heighten, that can elevate your frequency, but you cannot rely on that alone, you see, because eventually it does become artificial. It does become, you putting on a mask and not really connecting with oneself. You have to pay attention to your emotions, you know? So if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling uneasy, if you're feeling depressed, avoidance keeps you repeating that same emotional cycle. Ew, excuse me. So putting on this mask or this idea of, oh, you know what, I'm going to just simply decide to be happy and just rely on that alone is incomplete. And it won't eventually serve you. And in fact, it'll be a detriment to you in terms of moving forward and ascending and progressing along your path because you're going to continue to think that that's all you have to do is just smile and just act happy, right? Um, Fake it until you make it, right? So fake being happy and eventually you'll make yourself happy. Doesn't go that way, right? That expression doesn't really fly long term. It can get you by in the moment, but eventually you have to face it. You have to face what you're feeling. Okay. You have to face this emotional cycle that you may be experiencing, right? So, avoidance keeps you repeating the same emotional cycles instead of evolving them. And that's what you want to do. This whole entire journey is about evolution. We think about evolution in terms of becoming a better version of ourselves. I think of it in terms of becoming the true version of ourselves. Nonetheless, we're talking about the same thing. So the thing, though, is that you risk when you're not at this place of understanding what your emotions are, especially these negative emotions, and trying to act like you're happy. What happens is you're suppressing emotions, and that essentially increases your risk of unconscious decisions, you know, deciding things that really don't make sense and don't align with what it is that you wish to create, who you know yourself to be. And things are just not making sense, right? You feel a pull towards a particular desire, goal, ambition, aspiration, an experience. But because you're not paying attention to the indicators, which are your emotions, and you're ignoring them, avoiding them, then you cannot essentially walk the path that you're meant to walk. I often refer to emotions as your compass, okay? And with every compass, it always points north. And from that, then you get to understand the other directions. But north is the direction you want to go. North, to me, if I had to put it into a category of emotions, I would say north is happiness, it is peace. And so when you feel happiness and peace, that means you're in the right direction. That doesn't mean that you avoid the other directions. If the compass points east, okay, which kind of doesn't point east, but you want to, recognize that it's going the wrong direction. So, in other words, if you're feeling depressed or sad or angry, that's not the right direction. Okay. So, you have to recalibrate, you have to pay attention. What's going on, especially if it's something that is often happening, that is something that is, you know, repetitive or there's a pattern. You have to pay attention to that because then it gives you more clarity, more insight as to how to move forward in the direction you want to go, which is the direction of happiness, joy, you know, excitement, peace, tranquility, bliss, and all those things. So what happens is ignored feelings, they continue to create outcomes you don't want. And that's the bottom line. And so you have to pay attention to these emotions, right? Because what happens is we think about the emotions as the outcomes, but the emotions is just an indicator of how you feel about the outcome. And when you stop paying attention to your emotions instead of the outcome, then you are numbing, corrupting, right? You are not utilizing the skill of your emotions, and therefore you fail to be connected with oneself, with your intuition, with your spirit. So it's not wise to ignore the feelings. Use the feelings. They're there for you to acknowledge the situation and what's going on at the moment. You see, this applies in many different areas of life. Money, for instance, misaligned emotions, right? Or a misaligned emotional state leads to, say, poor financial decisions and especially missed opportunities because we are so emotionally attached to money, to finances, to creating a life that we want, which usually means creating a level of financial stability and success that allows you to do the things that you want, right? Because that's what money represents. When you are not paying attention to your emotions, you often make decisions that essentially don't align with your highest good. You make decisions based off old belief systems, old patterns, you know, things you see on TV or social media, and not really listening to oneself and doing what's wise. Okay. You use money as a means like a crutch to compensate, overcompensate, to, pacify emotions that you haven't addressed. And, by way of like instant gratification, buying things that really will add no true value to you in your life, you know, um, just being really wasteful when it comes to money. With opportunities, because you're not addressing emotions like, say, fear, anxiety, insecurities, whenever an opportunity presents itself, you won't feel ready. You won't claim it. You won't take advantage of the opportunity, because you're so worried about not doing a good job, right? Not being good enough. And that's unfortunate because if it is something that you desire, most certainly it is something that is meant for you. And you should definitely take the opportunity regardless of where you at. And, yeah, we can always improve in life, in areas of life, but opportunities present themselves because the universe is showing you a sign that you are ready. You just have to believe in yourself in order to take the opportunity. So, awareness also allows for you to respond strategically, you know, instead of responding or reacting impulsively. And that also pertains to money. That also pertains to, areas of life where you feel like you want to do something big, but you're scared. Maybe you want to move to another country. Maybe you want to drop your current career that you've done for years and you just want to simply do something new and better because you're just simply curious, right? So it's important to recognize your emotions. You're not here, right, to fake emotions. All right. You are here to understand and to lead them. That's what you're here to do. You're here to pay attention to the emotions. You're here to recognize them and then go deep into why. And then is when you transform emotions from being a indicator to emotions being a generator of fuel, because then you know how to not only listen to emotions, but to use them to generate energy to get you moving forward toward creating what you desire. Emotions are energy in motion, right? Emotion. And so when you recognize, okay, one way of using emotions is to listen to the energy that is coming from you as a result of what's happening, paying attention to those negative emotions, not just trying to mask them and avoid them, but listen to them, right? Gain clarity from them. And then understand how to generate positive emotions to get you toward taking action, right? Doing the things that you want to do in order for you to get where you want to be. You see? So, awareness, though, is a thing that elevates your identity from reactive to intentional, right? To conscious, to being very clear as to the path that you are taking, you know? So it's about shifting, and it's about shifting from reaction to observation and then to finally being the conscious creator, to actually creating the life that you desire. And so it's important to just not simply mask emotions. I know we get excited and we get very inspired when we, read an amazing spiritual book, or we have a conversation with somebody, or, we imagine and visualize our dreams and aspirations. But it doesn't mean you just put that momentary, temporary experience over on top of maybe something that isn't feeling too well within you. You see, acknowledge it. I'm not saying you soak in it, that you know, let it fester and you just kind of walk around with this feeling of boohoo me, I feel sad, I feel anxious. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you listen and you pay attention to why you're feeling what you're feeling in order for you to gain true clarity and a true sense of positivity, not a masked, watered down version, right? But actually pure, concentrated, potent positivity. And you only experience that when you really get into all aspects of your emotions and what's going on for you. Okay. So, you don't need to feel good to create results. You just simply need awareness. So that way you can choose better outcomes faster. Okay. You reduce the mistakes and you operate from a higher identity. Okay. So let go of trying to look positive. Okay. And just really honor yourself, honor your emotions, honor your path, and acknowledge all aspects of your human experience while you're here on earth, because it's a reason why we have all these things, right? It's a reason why everybody has all these things: emotions, negative emotions, positive emotions, anger, happiness, joy, frustration, ego, conscious mind, subconscious mind. We all have these things for a reason, because it is part of the game, right? It is part of what and how we play this game, how we get through this journey, and how we ultimately come into recognizing self. Okay. And we actually come into self realization and recognizing that you are a creator of your reality. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free, ask them in the comment section below. I will respond, or I might even make a video in response to the question. So thank you so much. Peace and abundance always.